All right, this video is for those of you who are preppers. Now, I know prepping used to be for people who were crazy and what are you thinking about? And then a little thing happened in 2020, you know what I'm talking about. And then things changed where people thought, maybe I should put away some food. Maybe I should get some supplies together. Maybe I should be thinking about getting out of town, or if I need to get out of town. And I'm putting this video together to tell you that I actually believe that a pop-up camper, or it could be some sort of other trailer, is a great idea for prepping. Okay, a couple different reasons. One of those reasons is that a trailer is going to be already stocked with things. It's going to be stocked with things like, it's going to be stocked with kitchen supplies, potentially food, toiletry items, paper towels. It's going to be stocked with sleeping bags, ability to heat, propane sources. It's going to have all those things, even potentially clothes and blankets and all the different things that you can store in a pop-up camper trailer. It's going to be stocked with a lot of that already. So if for some reason you did need to get out of town quickly, you would already have a lot of that in place in your pop-up camper. The other reality is that most of us do not have enough money to own a piece of land or a property that we can go to. And so if you have a pop-up camper, you can get off grid. You can go to a national park area. You can do dispersed camping. You can get out and find some area out of the way with your pop-up camper, even if you don't have land, even if you don't have a cabin or know somebody that does. You can get out of town very quickly with a pop-up camper trailer and stay there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, you can have some extended stay if you need to. Get out of the city, get out of your area, because for some reason it's not safe and you gotta just get out of town. And with a camper, you're gonna, as I just said, gonna be able to go out for a night or two, 3 nights, 4 nights. You can go back and forth, you can restock. I'm talking about a scenario where for some reason you need to get out of your house, and you need to, if you're in the city, you need to get out into areas where there's not a lot of people. And so that pop-up camper can provide that for you. It's also going to allow you a little more safety at night than like a tent or something like that, especially if you've got kids. Having some sort of trailer with walls is going to provide you with more safety, a little more security. You're going to have locks on your doors. Again, you're going to have to take other precautions. I'm not going to get into those right now on YouTube, but you can guess other precautions you can take along with having some sort of trailer to stay in. Again, this is if you need to get out of your house, get out of Dodge. And I really think this is just a wise thing. I personally have collected more for prepping as far as food, gas, ways to filter water. There's a whole laundry list of things. Water is going to be a huge one to be able to filter water. And so you're going to want to put those things together. There's different prepping lists on, you can Google, but start with the basics and start with having a week's worth of prep, and then a month worth of prep, and then potentially 3 to 6 months. Again, I don't believe you should live in constant fear, but you should be prepared and have things ready in case. You can't be prepared for every what if scenario, but you can prepare, especially if you've got family and you got people you're providing for. It's even more important to be ready on the prepping end. So I've definitely ramped that up in the last couple of years, and it's provided some sense of security, at least to know that I've got some different options. I've got about 3 different ways to make a campfire. I've got multiple food options set aside. I've got a water filtration system. I've actually got 2 different filtration systems that I can use if needed. And so I think there's a lot of wisdom in some of that prepping. I alluded to this, but forgot to mention that you are going to want a place or places that you know you can go to that are potentially off grid. And so whatever area you're in, again, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so I've got a couple different ideas of where we would go, but you're going to want to have some destinations that you can go to. Also, and I'm working on saving up money for this, but you're going to want some sort of satellite communication, some sort of Garmin, I know the newer iPhones have some potential satellite communication. There's a bunch of new radios out there that can communicate and receive communications. There's YouTube videos that go far more in depth on this, but having some sort of way to communicate, because if you are trying to get off grid, you need a way to communicate, since you're not gonna have cell coverage. Most times you're not gonna have it. So again, a destination and communication are gonna be key. And then also, and I'm working on this as well, but having some sort of way to store extra water, like even rainwater, or having stores of water, having that to put in your pop-up camper, having it at your house is gonna be a lot of wisdom in that, so that you have water. It's essential, duh. All right, happy camping, happy pop-up camping, happy preparedness. Hopefully something doesn't happen to you or to us, but being prepared is going to provide you some peace, although the greatest peace comes from trusting in the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. That's what I believe. You might disagree, and that's okay, but that's where my greatest peace comes from. All right, have a great one.